Well, Russia is said to be considering selling stakes in one of its corporate crown jewels. Sources tell us that President Putin is considering offloading part of oil giant Rosneft to help fund budget shortfalls made worse by cheap crude. We've got Rosalind taking a look into this for us. And Roz, would a deal like that with China and India, but they're not saying much about this.
So far, no. We are going by what we've been told by Bloomberg sources, and it looks like China and India have been earmarked for a possible privatization, and Russia has said that it would, according to Bloomberg sources, prefer a joint deal. It's looking to sell about 19.5% of Rosneft. Now, both China and India have in the past commented that they would be interested in to be part of a privatization, but neither of them so far have made any comment on a joint deal. Right. The Indian oil minister, though, on Friday did say that one couldn't be ruled out, and also said we are not rivals, referring to India and China. India's oil and Natural Gas Corporation and also CNPC, the China National Petroleum Corp, already have joint projects. The CNPC did say back in April that it was studying the possibility of taking part in a privatization, but it didn't provide any more details than that. Now, Rosneft is state-controlled, but 20% of it actually is already owned by BP. UK's BP, and Rosneft shares did jump more than 5% on Friday, and the stock so far this year has gained more than 40%. So.
Why Asia, though?
Well, it kind of makes sense in the sense that China and India are 2 out of 3 of Asia's fastest growing economies, and also there has been a bit more of a tilt towards Asia in the Russian strategic focus since its military incursion into the Ukraine back in 2014, and that saw sanctions being imposed on it. So that curbed some of its access to Europe and also funding and demand in Europe as well. Now, right now, its strategy is really focused on boosting oil and gas supplies to China. China, of course, is the biggest market in the Asian region, and importantly, also an important financier for Rosneft. It has provided more than $100 billion in loans and prepayments for supplies in the last decade or so. And that has been absolutely key to Rosneft being able to build itself into the oil giant that has become today, and became the world's biggest publicly traded oil producer by output 3 years ago. And that is partly because of this finance that China has helped provide to it.
All right.